Mitro, welcome to episode 18 of my program Interesting Facts and Quotes. Today I have for you 25 interesting facts and 5 interesting quotes. So here we go. 1. The difference between an enemy and an adversary. An adversary is someone you want to defeat. An enemy is someone you have to destroy. Our political leaders have started treating their adversaries as enemies, which is very sad. 2. What does the expression mutually exclusive mean? Mutually exclusive mean if two events are mutually exclusive, it means that they cannot occur at the same time. For example, the two possible outcomes of a coin flip. The two possible outcomes of a coin flip are mutually exclusive. When you flip a coin, it cannot land both on heads and tails simultaneously. 3. What do you mean by a rat's ass? I don't give. A rat's ass means a minimum degree of interest. The phrase is considered vulgar, generally meaning minimum amount or degree of care or interest usually used in the phrase don't give a rat's ass. 4. The boom barrier, also known as the boom gate, fell on gate number 28C of the Chunar Chaupan railway crossing near Khairahi railway station, 180 kilometers from Allahabad in the recent past. I think it was sometime in January. With this, the last unmanned level crossing on Indian Railways 67,300 kilometer track comes to an end. 5. The founder of Brahma Kumaris taught seekers not to renounce hearth and home nor worldly responsibilities to get spiritual salvation, but to attain it by balancing material life with the spiritual through regular practice. 6. Regular practice of soul consciousness. 6. To be fair, the British Raj did impoverish India. In this regard, there are credible estimates available from the leading British economist Angus Maddison that shows India's share of world GDP shrunk from 24.6% to 3.8% between 1700 and 1952. However, Maddison also notes that in terms of per capita GDP, India has consistently lagged behind several European nations even 2000 years ago. By 1700, per capita income of countries like the Netherlands and Britain was double or thereabouts that of India. 7. Ancient India had its time in the sun, but that is over. The modern world, led by China, is playing a completely different ball game. Today, China has become the world's factory. 8. The UAE launched in 2009 an ambitious 10-year plan to teach English to locals to prepare them for a future without oil, attracting English teachers from all around the world to come and teach local children. Meanwhile, the English-speaking population of Philippines, Indonesia and Sri Lanka has already taken over India's burgeoning BPO industry. So India needs to wake up fast and move. 9. A huge tusker was crossing a wooden bridge. A fly was perched on his left earlobe. After they got across, the fly said, "Hey, didn't we really shake up that bridge?" Friends, that sums up the human attitude today. Though we are a microscopic speck in the cosmic scale, we delude ourselves that we are the center of creation. We think the planet is in peril when only human beings or human existence and their well-being are truly imperiled. 10. Though John Maynard Keynes was one of the most influential economic policy makers of the 20th century, Keynes did not actually have a degree in economics. In fact, his total professional training came to little more than 8 weeks. All the rest was learnt on the job, and that is why it is said, be very cautious and involved when you are learning something on the job. 11. Despite the rupees 1.6 lakh crore annual PDS subsidy, now PDS is Public Distribution System, India ranks at 103 out of 119 countries in the World Hunger Index, and 21% of Indian children between 0 to 5 years are malnourished. India's touted demographic dividend could partly turn out to be a demographic time bomb. 12. India, with the world's youngest workforce, comprising nearly a fifth of the world's millennial, is struggling to keep pace with the changing times. Millennials, or Generation Y, comprising 34% of India's population, are already 45% of Indian workforce, and by 2025 this number is only expected to reach 75%. 13. According to a 2016 millennial survey by Deloitte, 16.8% of millennial evaluate career opportunities by good work-life balance, followed by 13.4% who look for opportunities to progress, and 11% who seek flexibilities in jobs. So companies where millennial talent is a significant part of the workforce are implementing initiatives like relaxed dress codes and flexi timing to attract and retain talent. Living in the gig economy, key skill for millennial is preparedness and to move across industries and roles. 14. There are 1.3 million Anganwadi centers across the country. Now friends, Anganwadi is a type of a rural childcare center in India. They were started by the Indian government in 1975 as part of the Integrated Child Development Services Program to combat child hunger and malnutrition. Anganwadi means courtyard shelter in the local or Indian languages. 15. The Greeks probably invented the idea of organized competitive sports, where organized team as well as individual sports came mostly from the British. 16. Friends, lights are very tricky. See how they behave. When the blue, green and red lights combine, they produce a white light. On the other hand, intersection of magenta, that is purplish red, yellow and cyan, which is greenish blue, leads to black that absorbs all colors. So be careful about the lights. 17. 2/3 of the paddy procurement in India is just from 5 states led by Punjab. 18. US confirms 90% of addicts experience a relapse shortly after undergoing de-addiction treatment. Around 22.5% of the world's population is tobacco dependent, and 4.9% people have alcohol use disorder. 19. Over 80% of India's workforce is employed in organized and informal sector. 20. When over 18.6 million adults remain employed in India, what is the reason India still employs over 10 million children? 21. Fascism arose in Europe as a reaction to communism. 22. No Hindu worships the primary god of the Vedas today. Have you seen a temple of Indra today? 23. 1934. In 1934, the AICC passed a resolution prohibiting Congress members from also becoming members of the RSS, Hindu Mahasabha and the Muslim League. 24. 14 of the world's 15 most polluted cities are in India. 25. India-Pakistan partition of 1947 was a great tragedy, friends. And in this partition, it displaced around 15 million people and killed 1 million people. And now, friends, some interesting lines and quotes. 1. I think Mark Twain sums it up pretty nicely. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. 2. Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster. This very appropriate quote is by Friedrich Nietzsche. He happens to be a German philosopher, poet, and a cultural critic. 3. Words on the street is 3. I'll repeat this. Words on the street is that elections are already over. Only the polling is left. 4. Mahatma Gandhi once said, there is no way to peace. Peace is the way. 5. Misery is the byproduct of a lazy mind. Happiness is the byproduct of an alert mind. Stop kicking yourself with regrets and guilt feelings. Give up feelings of being guilty. You will find yourself happy. This quote is by Swami Sukha Bodhananda. So friends, that's all I have for today. If you've liked my show, kindly share it. Also press the like icon. Also subscribe our channel by pressing the red icon. And don't forget to press the bell so that you are notified each time we upload a video. And for now, goodbye and see you soon.